back up here is just going to be taking a lot of time. And that's going to leave Mega open for the noobs. And so I don't really think that Gills is in a great position mentally, or in his position either, in order to start doing some real damage. He's been playing this fairly flightily. He's been trying to get back up, trying to get some stack.
Yeah.
But he's not really been in a place where he can put himself in a position to do some real damage. RJ's up, really ballsy move. I think he's just like, fuck it, and I'm just gonna make this happen. Wow. 10 health
10
left
health.
for the noobs. Oof.
Yeah. That's all he needed. Nice initial rocket against his RA, and that'll steal the game. Well played. 7, 8 to 3. And we might see one more before the buzzer sounds.
I want to say the real game was 6 to 3. Those last couple were kind of throwaway. But yeah.
But still really, really well played. Noobs definitely had to, you know, stay focused in order to keep that score as close as it was. So I think I'm going to see if I can get Ice Lord back on. If I can, great. Alright, so Ice Lord says, "Noobs, I want to say something." Noobs is like, "Sup?" Ice Lord's like, "Big dicks smacking your tender jowls."
That's the kind of camaraderie you don't get in other games. When all else fails, DM6.
When all else fails, campgrounds. Yes.
Uh-oh.
Times.
I just crashed.
Here we go. So this is going to be the last King of the Hill matchup of the night, as I said. It goes live right now. Ice Lord getting LG Mega. And he will back off to YA. We're going to go take a look at the noobs, who picked up Red. Does not have a rocket launcher yet. And goes under for the LG. He heard Ice Lord going up a jump pad. That lets him know that he can get rocket cleanly. But he's waiting around because he's expecting Ice Lord to be ready with a railgun. Red and 2. So let's go take a look at Ice Lord. He got away pretty much unscathed. Still does not have an RL. He's going to pick up Mega and finally get his rocket launcher. And so now he's set pretty much for the next several seconds of the match, because he knows that the noobs doesn't have a rail yet. And so what that gives him is the ability to kind of keep the fights long range if he needs to. That's a great rail there. Nice anticipation. And that'll give him first frag. Nice first blood by Ice Lord.
Absolutely, and the Noobs has been pretty much shutting out most of the competition tonight, but so far Ice Lord has really been keeping this really tight. Again, really good timing on both the Mega. I think the Noobs showed up there a little bit too early, looking for the fight. That wasn't going to be good for him. So hopefully after that one, the Noobs can kind of slow this back down and stop throwing these fights away. But he did do quite a bit of damage against him right there.
Yeah, and the really key thing is that there are no resources coming up for another 9 or 8 seconds. So, like that, I mean, the timing of the death is actually unfortunate for the Noobs, because, well, stealing Mega's pretty good.
Yeah.
If he can get away, and if he can get yellow without taking damage, then things will be pretty even.
Oh. Well, that rail, I think, kind of defused some of that.
Yeah, so 83.50 versus 76.86. 73.79, that is, for Ice Lord. So, you know, pretty close, but, oh, nice combo. Wow, that was a lot of damage done really quickly. Well done.
Very persistent amounts of damage coming out of Ice Lord, too.
Yeah. Little hiccup there, wonder what that's about.
Gills is saying
beautiful
that
square
Ice Lord's
rocket.
just a DM6 superstar, and he's useless on other maps.
That was a huge, huge rocket. That may be the Noobs' window back into this thing. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got, you know, weapons he can pick any fight. That one rail, oof. But there's Mega. He's got to hit his own rails.
these rails that Isilor has been putting out have really been changing the plans of the noobs. If he can manage to get this frag, it's going to be really vital to him to make sure that he denies that from Isilor for at least a while.
I wonder what
Because you can see the points where...
Yeah, he's trying to lay a trap. This will be interesting. And it pays off.
And
well
the noobs
done.
actually gets the trap on him. Nice. So yeah, Isilor doesn't really have anywhere to go here.
Yeah.
Surprised
So that
the LG
brought this thing within
took that
3.
long to take him down though.
In just a few
Yeah.
seconds. I mean, that was a really smart move by the noobs, and I was watching the whole way
Rail
through.
spawn for Isilor.
Yeah.
So the noobs is doing exactly what he should be by not really exposing himself across these doorways. Keeping his movement very tight.
Now the really key thing here is that we can have total lockdown. Noobs can do total lockdown if he gets this red. Here it is. And he's
There it
got
is.
5 seconds to get the mega. Plenty of time. There, and now he can go over and get to yellow. He knows that Isilor has jack shit. He's got maybe hallway shards. Not anymore. He
But
just
look
got
at
railed
this.
off. He got 45
Isilor's
health.
going
It's
to
done.
be keeping distance. Exactly, yeah. Isilor is going to be keeping distance though and trying to get these rail pot
Oh,
shots
the
in. So
noobs
even
cannot
though
give
he's...
this red up. Oh, this is a mistake if he gives this red up.
Oof.
Still should be his frag, but he gave up so much. He should have just muscled
And
in
he's
there.
just really low on health now.
He's gonna die.
So again,
Oh,
just those
9
two
health.
rails really ate him. Nice.
Wow.
And
But
that Mega's
I
going
would
to be
say,
saving his ass.
like, it's not luck, but it's just the risk wasn't quite.
Oh
Like-
my god. Oh,
Yeah.
the stair shot, splashing that rocket against the stairs, made him eat that. Because I was going to say, you know, Isilor really did a really friggin' wonderful job there by just right off the spawn, just knowing, you know, he's going to be going straight for red, but he's going to be attacking from the stairs. I can push him down there and keep him there. So, good theory from Isilor, just bad execution when it came to that one rocket shot. Now, Red and Mega did spawn at the same time, but Isilor is going to be nowhere near either of them, so they're both going to go to the noobs. But he's brought this back into his swing.
Yeah, he
He's
really
one
has.
frag up.
And I'll just point out that Vei Victus has been wrong a few times, and he's still complaining about, I don't know, his supposed ability to predict things, but yet he's been wrong. I love it. It's awesome. Now, they're
6 minutes
they're
in,
complaining
and the
about
noobs
the
is now 2 frags up.
they're complaining
What
about the
are they complaining
list
about?
system, but
Ah,
have you noticed that we haven't been sitting around on our asses with people totally confused about where and when they play? Hello?
the list
That's-
system doesn't really change anything at all.
Yeah.
It just organizes things.
Exactly.
Again, COP is still about, you know, who gets there first, and instead of just who jumps on the server first, it's who signs up first, so there's not a huge amount of difference there.
Yeah.
I mean, even without the list, this could have gone exactly the same way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to the game. We're hitting near the 7-minute mark, and the Noobs has picked up a 2-frag lead versus Isilor, and playing it pretty well. He's going silent because we've got a good 10 seconds before the big power-ups come up. The Noobs picks up yellow, so that secures his stack a little bit longer. Rails exchanged. Red's up. Noobs wants to do damage against it. Does,
Ooh.
but also eats a rail of his own. Misses that one and dodges. So they both whiffed in that instance. Let's go take a look at Isilor.
It
He
was
got away
actually
with
more vital
56
that
health.
Isilor whiffed it because
Yeah.
Isilor's rails have been keeping this really toe-to-toe with the stack, and even though the Noobs is 2 frags up, this hasn't gotten any farther just because Isilor is really taking these long-range ninja shots. Isilor's coming in from top, doing the fadeaway rail. I think he whipped that last one, but he did get a lot of LG in.
Yeah.
Nice rocket there. The Noob's got the frag, but he's left with 21 health. That Mega is going to be absolutely vital to him.
Now the Noobs is rocking a 26% rail, and it dropped by 2 percentage points, so he hasn't really used it a whole lot.
Right.
Yeah. LG's at 30%. You know, nothing fantastic there. His rockets are at 32%. And he's kind of